No, it's never going to leave him.
No, I mean, his game is always going to be there. He's only added to it, which the three ball, he's starting to shoot better from the perimeter. He's not jumping as high, but even when he was jumping 48 inches, now it's like 42. So he's able to still finish above the rim. He can't get away with these. He's been doing it for 20 years. That spin move and transition, you can't stop it. But what surprised me, everybody knows he can score, but he's one of the best in the game at manipulating the defense. He can see things before it's happening. He knows that this guy's going to tag the roller. He's coming in too early. Rui Hachimura in the corner, on a string. Not many people can make this pass like he has, on time, on target. Same, attacking the paint. All the defense is running left. He's looking right. Easy two-hand dunk for Vanderbilt. Little Magic Johnson. He's got the eyes in the back of his head, on the side of his head. He can find anybody anywhere. But his game has been great his whole career. So he's just a little less explosive, but he's adding more on the jump shot.
I think this game right here was just a warning to the rest of the league.
Saying what?
This is the version of LeBron that we're going to get after the All-Star break. And see, while other people is looking at what he's doing on the floor as far as the points, the assists, the rebounds, the one thing, because I've been knowing Bron since 1996, I'm always looking at the body language.
30 years.
I'm always looking at the body language. And you just said something, Malika, during the highlight. You said he looks happy, right?
Yes.
And when LeBron is happy, you're going to get an engaged LeBron James. Now, when LeBron is pissed off, you're going to see a LeBron not get back in transition. You're going to see a LeBron pouting. You're going to see a LeBron sitting at the end of the bench. It seemed like for some reason going into this game, watching him through this game, it was a reset in his mind and his mentality. And I feel like we're going to get this version the rest of the season.
I've heard people close to him say this is it. I've heard people close to him say that there's
Still got
more.
some in the
But
tank.
from what we see, if he wants to come back, he certainly has a game to still do it.
Well, and look, I don't know if LeBron knows what he's going to do. I certainly don't know what he's going to do. I know what the rampant speculation is around the league, and that is this summer there's going to be a reunion and potentially a retirement tour for the ages back home again with the Cleveland Cavaliers next year.
Whether or not this is it for LeBron James, I mean, last night was just adding to his
break, LeBron. As we head into the All-Star break, the King is coming off a triple-double in Thursday night's win over the Mavs. 28 points, 10 boards, 12 assists. Also, 41 years and 44 days, making LeBron the oldest player in NBA history to record a triple-double. So more history for LeBron in last night's triple-double. Not just the oldest player, but now the first player to have 50 triple-doubles as the member of two different franchises. Last night was his 50th, wearing the Lakers purple and gold. He also had 64 wearing a Cleveland Cavalier jersey. So that historic triple-double, a nice little bow on the first half of this regular season for the LA Lakers. What's your assessment of their performance as a team?
Shout out to the high school class of 2003 that had Chris Paul and LeBron James in it. How about those guys still dominating SportsCenter all these years later? The Lakers, Tyler, have had, I think, a terrific first half of the season. I know that maybe they wish they were a little higher than 5 in the standings, but when you look at the limitations on this roster, their challenges defensively, and the fact that Luka Dončić has missed 12 games. Austin Reeves has missed, the bulk of the season. LeBron has missed nearly 20 games. And yet here they are, 11 games over 500. They've been tremendous in the clutch. They have, an opportunity to get into a decent seed in the playoffs if they keep playing well. This was never a championship level team. That doesn't mean they can't get a good matchup in good health and make a run. This was always going to be a team that had to maximize what it had. They are maximizing what this had. And LeBron has been the personification of that, including a great game to lead them to victory last night.
All right, so Wendy, impressed with what the Lakers have done this first half of the season, and let's show.
Luka Dončić joining us now as the ambassador for Take Back Sports. That's an initiative that is aimed at increasing access to play for young athletes. It also aligns very close with your foundation. Why is this important to you?
It's very important, especially looking back of how my childhood went. As I mentioned in previous interviews, I always went out playing sports, having fun, and it was all about playing basketball and just not think of anything, no pressure, just playing sports.
Well, you've created something called the Total Hoops approach. What exactly is that, Luka, and what are you hoping to achieve?
Kids come here, Total Hoops approach. It basically means what the words means. Just hear kids without pressure, having fun, practicing. Obviously, you gotta like basketball a little bit, but there's no pressure, and I just want them to have fun, like how I experienced my childhood, and that's what it's about.
You said no pressure. Do you think kids are experiencing too much pressure now at this age when it comes to competing in sports sometimes?
Yeah, I think so. We did research last year, about why so many kids are quitting, not just basketball, more sports. And I think there's a lot of pressure on them, I don't know if it comes from parents, from other things, but there's just a lot of pressure on the kids, I think, right now.
I've got 2 kids.
Yeah.
They're involved in sports as well. And I see it. I see them stressed, and it's the load between school and what their after-school activities. So what is your advice to kids about how to navigate those situations when they are feeling stressed?
I mean, my advice would be, if you love this sport or any other sport, as I said, you got to have fun with it. I always had fun playing basketball. No matter if I had a bad day, I would go outside, play basketball, I'll go into the gym, play basketball, and I will forget about everything. So, like I always say, court is the basketball court is my peaceful place. So that's how I found, not to have pressure around.
We mentioned the kids a lot in this initiative. Obviously, there's some kids behind you right now going through a clinic, part of your All-Star Weekend festivities there. You're trying to teach some kids, techniques and also remind them what sports can give them, including friendship, confidence, and joy, which I remember those things when I was a kid playing sports. So far, so good, I would assume. How's it going with those kids behind you?
It's going great. There's 8 stations, in every different station you have different skills you can learn. And I think it's going good. I think the kids are smiling, and I think they're having fun. And that's what it's all about right here.
Any of them challenge you to a free throw contest or 3-point shooting contest yet?
Not yet. But I'm better.
That's coming.
Yeah,
better for me, pro 3-point.
Okay.
Hopefully it's coming. I want to shoot some basketball.
I do want to go back to something about the idea of parents and kids and like the research that you're doing. I see it happening with my kids and their friends a lot. There seems to be a point at a very young age where kids are forced into sort of choosing the one sport that they want to play. And you played soccer, you obviously played basketball as well. So how do you think being a multi-sport kid impacted you and who you are now?
It helped me a lot for sure. I was never forced into one sport. Obviously, I was worse at others than basketball, but just like having other sports, you can learn different skills. I learned different skills, like maybe soccer, I think there's some footwork there that I transferred to basketball. So definitely helped me a lot, playing other sports.
Yeah, obviously you were an Olympian with Slovenia back in 2020. Right now, through Friday's action, Slovenia has 2 medals right now in Italy. If there would have been a winter sport that you could have competed in or wanted to compete in the Olympics, what would that have been?
I was definitely skiing. I did a lot of skiing, until even in Real Madrid, they didn't let me do skiing no more because it's an extreme sport. But I did skiing and snowboarding, so one of those probably.
Well, look, obviously in basketball, you're a prodigy.
Yeah.
You play with one now in LeBron James, but now we've been talking about all the things he's doing at this age, including that triple-double just in his last game. I wonder, what have you learned about him that you didn't realize playing against him?
I don't think I learned any specific. We all know what kind of pro he is. Obviously, everybody knows how he plays on the court, and what he's doing at this age is incredible. He's 41 and playing at this level is insane. But I think just being his teammate and seeing how professional he is, just maybe want to do more stuff and more stuff every day.
What's the age that you have in mind for you?
45?
For retiring?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely not 41. I'm not playing till 41. I'll tell you that.
You know what I mean? Like, that's an interesting thing.
That's fair.
Some people want to reset the number, and other times they're not. All right, as long as we're talking about the Lakers for a second, you have Austin Reeves back from his injury. LeBron is clearly in LeBron's rhythm. When you get healthy, what is the key to that team, and making a solid postseason run?
First of all, just staying together. Obviously we have 3 main ball handlers. Me, AR, and Bron. I think we can be a very, very dangerous team. We hadn't had much time to play together since everyone had been injured a little bit. But I'm excited after All-Star. We all get to play together.
We're all looking forward to it as well. Luka, thanks for taking the time here, and best of luck with that Total Hoops approach.
Here we go again with another episode of Lakers Chaos, where every single day brings enough drama to fill a soap opera season. And honestly, If you told me 3 years ago that I'd be sitting here in February 2026 trying to make sense of a Lakers roster that somehow features a 41-year-old LeBron James breaking NBA records while playing alongside a Slovenian superstar who got traded from Dallas in one of the most shocking deals in basketball history, I would have checked your pulse and recommended immediate medical attention. But here we are, living in this beautiful basketball fever dream where nothing makes sense until suddenly everything clicks into place like a perfectly executed pick and roll. And I'm about to break down exactly why this current Lakers situation has me more conflicted than a vegan at a barbecue convention. The speculation surrounding LeBron's future continues swirling like a tornado through Crypto.com arena, with everyone from ESPN talking heads to random Twitter accounts convinced they know whether the King will retire a Laker or return to Cleveland for some fairy tale farewell tour that would make Disney writers weep with envy. If you're enjoying this breakdown of Lakers madness, smash that like button, because analyzing this team requires more mental gymnastics than explaining why people still think the earth is flat. Now let's dive deep into this LeBron situation, because the rumor mill has been working overtime faster than a coffee shop during finals week. ESPN's Tim McMahon recently spoke about the rampant speculation around the league, suggesting that LeBron might orchestrate a reunion with the Cleveland Cavaliers for a retirement tour that would break the internet harder than Kim Kardashian's champagne pictures. The romantic narrative writes itself perfectly. The kid from Akron returning home to finish where it all started, completing a basketball circle of life that would have grown men crying in sports bars across America. But here's where it gets interesting, because LeBron's decision isn't just about basketball legacy or emotional storytelling. It's about family dynamics that most analysts completely ignore when they're busy crafting their hot takes for television ratings. His family wanted Los Angeles when he originally made the move to the Lakers, and that wasn't purely for basketball reasons. His kids wanted to attend school here. His wife wanted to establish roots here. And they all wanted to be part of the entertainment capital of the world rather than returning to Ohio winters and small market limitations. The Cleveland Cavaliers made some fascinating moves this offseason that basically rolled out a red carpet with LeBron's name embroidered in gold thread, clearing enough salary cap space to sign him for around $25 to $30 million without breaking their financial structure or sacrificing their current core. You don't accidentally create that much cap flexibility unless you have a specific target in mind. And it certainly wasn't to pursue some random veteran minimum players who wouldn't move the championship needle. Rich Paul, LeBron's agent and childhood friend, probably had conversations with Cleveland's front office about keeping that door open, but there's a massive difference between keeping options available and actually walking through that door when the time comes. I believe LeBron's decision will ultimately depend on 4 crucial factors that most people aren't properly weighing. How this current Lakers season concludes, whether he genuinely wants to retire or continue playing, what moves the Lakers make during the offseason to improve their championship chances, and whether his family actually wants to relocate to Cleveland for what could be just one farewell season. This connects directly to the ongoing philosophical debate about roster construction that has Lakers fans more divided than Congress during budget negotiations. The Giannis Antetokounmpo trade speculation represents one approach: swing for the fences by acquiring a generational talent, even if it means sacrificing depth and financial flexibility for the foreseeable future. The alternative philosophy involves building around Austin Reeves as a cornerstone piece while maintaining roster versatility and salary cap maneuverability that allows for multiple complementary additions rather than one superstar acquisition. The Giannis route would create an incredible superstar pairing with Luka Dončić, potentially forming one of the most dynamic duos in basketball history, but it would also limit the Lakers' ability to fill out the roster with quality role players who can contribute meaningfully during playoff series when rotations shrink and every possession matters exponentially more. Meanwhile, the Austin Reeves pathway offers more flexibility to address multiple roster needs simultaneously, potentially allowing the Lakers to pursue someone like Peyton Watson for defensive versatility, Nick Claxton for rim protection, and still have financial resources remaining for additional depth pieces. Reeves is projected to earn around $42 million annually on his next contract, which creates a significant but manageable financial commitment that doesn't completely handcuff the organization's future decision-making capabilities. The question becomes whether you trust Luka Dončić and Austin Reeves as your primary backcourt in high-stakes playoff environments, or whether you need the individual brilliance of someone like Giannis to elevate the team's championship ceiling beyond what complementary talent can achieve. I'm thinking this decision ultimately comes down to whether Rob Pelinka believes in building sustainable excellence through depth and chemistry, or whether he feels compelled to make one more superstar splash before LeBron's window closes completely. Speaking of roster moves that actually materialized, rather than remaining in the speculation realm, the Lakers made some strategic acquisitions that perfectly demonstrate their current philosophical approach to team building. The Luke Kennard trade was a masterclass in identifying specific needs and addressing them without overpaying or disrupting existing team chemistry. Los Angeles sent Gabe Vincent and a distant second-round pick to the Atlanta Hawks in exchange for one of the league's most reliable three-point shooters, someone currently shooting an astronomical 49.7% from beyond the arc this season, while providing exactly the type of floor spacing that makes Luka Dončić and LeBron James exponentially more dangerous in offensive sets. Kennard's seamless integration into the Lakers system has been remarkable to witness, averaging 10 points per game on 62% field goal shooting and 45.5% three-point shooting through his first 4 games in purple and gold. His basketball IQ and willingness to embrace a complementary role without demanding excessive touches or plays designed specifically for him exemplifies exactly what championship teams need from their supporting cast. Players who understand their assignments and execute them consistently without requiring constant coaching or motivation. The fact that he immediately started studying Lakers film and defensive coverages before his first game, drawing on his Duke education and 9-year NBA experience, shows the type of professional approach that coaches value immensely when integrating new players mid-season. Meanwhile, the Jeremy Sochan situation unfolded exactly as expected for anyone paying attention to San Antonio's rotation patterns and developmental priorities. The Spurs waived the former 9th overall pick after he completely fell out of Mitch Johnson's rotation, playing fewer than 13 minutes per game this season, while Victor Wembanyama's emergence and the team's improved depth made Sochan expendable despite his defensive potential and versatility. His signing with the New York Knicks represents a perfect change of scenery opportunity for a player who never quite found his niche in San Antonio's system, particularly after failing to develop the reliable three-point shooting and ball handling skills that would have made him indispensable in today's NBA. I believe this move benefits everyone involved. The Spurs get financial flexibility and roster clarity. Sochan gets a fresh start with a playoff contender, and the Lakers can observe how other teams are handling similar roster decisions when it comes to young players who haven't quite lived up to their draft position. The internal promotion that has Lakers fans most excited involves Kobe Buffkin's incredible journey from G League standout to legitimate NBA rotation candidate, a development that perfectly demonstrates the value of the South Bay Lakers system when it comes to player development and organizational depth. Buffkin has been absolutely demolishing G League competition, averaging 26.7 points, 4.1 rebounds, and 4.3 assists, while shooting an impressive 51.3% from the field and 43.1% from three-point range over 21 games. His recent 3-game stretch, where he scored 36, 41, and 29 points while connecting on 18 three-pointers and dishing out 16 assists, represents the type of offensive explosion that forces NBA teams to take notice regardless of the level of competition. JJ Redick's comments about Buffkin's positional size to be a plus defender and ability to shoot the ball consistently suggest the coaching staff sees genuine long-term potential rather than just emergency depth for injury situations. The Lakers' decision to sign him to a 2-year standard contract with a team option demonstrates real organizational confidence in his development trajectory, especially considering they could have simply kept him on a 2-way deal or pursued external options through the buyout market. Buffkin's previous 10-day contract stint in January gave him a taste of NBA-level competition and system requirements, and his improved performance since returning to South Bay indicates he absorbed those lessons effectively. The fact that he was originally Atlanta's 15th overall pick in the 2023 draft before various circumstances led to his current situation proves that talent evaluation is an inexact science. And sometimes, players just need the right opportunity with the right organization to unlock their potential. Thinking about it, Bufkin's promotion represents exactly the type of low-risk, high-reward move that successful organizations make regularly, identifying undervalued talent and providing development opportunities while maintaining financial flexibility for future decisions. Austin Reeves' return from his calf injury couldn't have come at a more crucial time for the Lakers, as his presence immediately stabilized their offensive rhythm and provided the type of two-way production that championship teams absolutely require from their supporting cast. His seamless reintegration into the lineup after missing several games demonstrated both his individual value and the team's improved chemistry when operating at full strength. Over his 5 games since returning from the injury, Reeves has averaged 20.0 points, 4.8 assists, 4.2 rebounds, 1.6 three-pointers, and 1.0 steals in 25.4 minutes per contest, numbers that would represent borderline all-star production if sustained over a full season. What makes Reeves so valuable isn't just his statistical production, but his understanding of how to play alongside superstars without diminishing their effectiveness or requiring significant offensive touches to remain engaged and productive. His ability to create offense for others while also being a legitimate scoring threat keeps opposing defenses honest and prevents them from focusing all their attention on stopping LeBron James and Luka Dončić. His defensive improvement over the past 2 seasons has been equally important, as he's developed into a reliable perimeter defender who can switch onto multiple positions and contribute meaningfully during playoff-style possessions where every defensive stop becomes magnified. The timing of his return coincided perfectly with the Lakers' final push before the All-Star break, allowing him to re-establish his rhythm and chemistry with the team's core players before the extended break potentially disrupted that momentum. His willingness to come off the bench initially while working his way back into peak condition shows the type of team-first mentality that successful organizations value, especially from players who have established themselves as legitimate starters when healthy. I'm convinced Reeves will be back in the starting lineup after the All-Star break, providing the Lakers with one of the most underrated backcourt combinations in the league when paired with either LeBron or Luka depending on the specific lineup configuration. The Lakers' 124-104 victory over the Dallas Mavericks served as the perfect exclamation point for their pre-All-Star break push, showcasing exactly why this team remains dangerous despite their injury struggles and roster inconsistencies throughout the season. The dominant third-quarter performance, where they outscored Dallas 32-19, exemplified the type of championship-level execution that emerges when their key players are healthy and focused on specific game plans. J.J. Redick's implementation of zone defense concepts has clearly improved their defensive efficiency over recent weeks, giving opponents different looks and creating confusion that leads to easier offensive opportunities in transition. The team's 56% field goal shooting against Dallas wasn't accidental. It resulted from patient offensive execution, good ball movement, and players making the right decisions rather than forcing difficult shots in isolation situations. Rui Hachimura's efficient 21-point performance on 9 of 13 shooting, including 3 of 4 from three-point range, demonstrated exactly what the Lakers need from their supporting cast when LeBron and Luka command primary attention from opposing defenses. His improved three-point shooting throughout this season, particularly his willingness to take and make corner threes that keep defenses honest, provides the type of floor spacing that makes the Lakers' offensive system exponentially more dangerous. Jackson Hayes' dominant 18.7 rebound performance on 8 of 10 shooting, while starting for the injured DeAndre Ayton, showcased his athletic ability and rim running skills that will be on full display during Saturday's slam dunk contest. His team-leading plus 26 rating reflected his impact beyond traditional statistics, demonstrating how his energy, defensive presence, and offensive rebounding contribute to winning basketball in ways that don't always appear in box scores. The fact that he's participating in the slam dunk contest adds an extra layer of excitement for Lakers fans who remember the franchise's rich history in that competition dating back to Kobe Bryant's early career performances. I believe this victory demonstrated that when the Lakers are healthy and playing with appropriate focus and intensity, they possess the talent and coaching necessary to compete with any team in the Western Conference, giving them legitimate hope for a meaningful playoff run if they can maintain this level of execution consistently. LeBron James's historic triple-double against Dallas represents far more than just another statistical milestone in an already legendary career. It symbolizes the type of sustained excellence that defies every conventional understanding of athletic aging and competitive longevity. At 41 years and 44 days old, LeBron became the oldest player in NBA history to record a triple-double, shattering Karl Malone's previous record by nearly a full year and creating a benchmark that will likely stand for decades, considering the physical demands required to play at an elite level past age 40. The 28 points, 12 assists, and 10 rebounds he accumulated weren't the result of empty statistical padding or garbage time production. They came during meaningful minutes against a legitimate NBA team, while his teammates actively protected his rebound total by screaming at Austin Reeves to avoid stealing his 10th rebound. The emotional significance of this achievement extends beyond the numbers themselves, representing LeBron's first triple-double since February 1st, 2025. Which coincidentally occurred on the same day the Anthony Davis-Luka Dončić trade was completed exactly 1 year earlier. This type of narrative symmetry doesn't happen accidentally in sports. It represents the type of poetic justice that makes basketball more than just entertainment, elevating it into cultural storytelling that resonates across generations. His performance scoring or assisting on the Lakers' first 23 points of the game demonstrated the type of individual dominance that sets all-time great players apart from merely excellent ones, showing he can still control entire games through sheer force of will and basketball intelligence. LeBron's post-game comments about being a goofy-ass 41-year-old kid who still loves playing basketball perfectly capture why this achievement feels so remarkable. His genuine enthusiasm and competitive fire haven't diminished despite having nothing left to prove to critics or historians. The standing ovation from the Crypto.com arena crowd when he secured his 10th rebound reflected the appreciation Lakers fans have for witnessing something historically unprecedented, understanding they're watching greatness that may never be replicated. His statement about being more appreciative of moments like this at the later stage of my journey shows the type of perspective and gratitude that comes with maturity, making his continued excellence even more impressive, considering the physical and mental challenges of competing at this level for 23 NBA seasons. The mathematical end of his 21-year All-NBA streak, due to missing too many games this season, might actually be liberating rather than disappointing, allowing him to prioritize team success and physical preservation over individual accolades that he's already achieved beyond anyone's wildest expectations. I'm thinking this record-breaking triple-double perfectly encapsulates why LeBron might choose to stay with the Lakers rather than chasing a farewell tour elsewhere. Moments like these don't happen often, and when they do occur while wearing purple and gold, they become part of Lakers folklore that transcends individual careers and becomes organizational legacy. The supporting cast excellence displayed during this victory against Dallas perfectly demonstrates why the Lakers remain competitive despite their injury challenges and roster turnover throughout the season. Rui Hachimura's consistent scoring and improved three-point shooting provide exactly the type of reliable secondary offense that championship teams require from their role players. His development from an inconsistent contributor into someone who can be counted on for 15-20 points nightly without requiring plays specifically designed for him represents successful player development and coaching that often gets overlooked when analyzing team success. Jackson Hayes' emergence as a legitimate rotation player rather than just an athletic project gives the Lakers legitimate front court depth that will be crucial during playoff series when rotations shrink and every minute becomes magnified. His upcoming participation in the slam dunk contest adds entertainment value, while also showcasing the type of athleticism and highlight reel ability that makes basketball appointment television for casual fans. The fact that he tied a season scoring high with 18 points while setting new season highs in minutes and steals during this victory suggests he's hitting his stride at exactly the right time in the season. Luke Kennard's immediate impact since joining the team through the trade deadline demonstrates how veteran players with high basketball IQ can seamlessly integrate into new systems without disrupting existing chemistry or requiring extensive adjustment periods. His shooting accuracy and understanding of spacing concepts provide the type of floor spacing that makes everyone else's job easier, particularly for players like LeBron and Luka who create offense through driving and playmaking. Austin Reeves' return to form after his injury layoff gives the Lakers legitimate backcourt depth and versatility that allows them to deploy different lineup combinations depending on matchups and game situations. The development of younger players like Kobe, Bufkin, Adu Thero, and Bronny James provides organizational hope beyond the current championship window, suggesting the Lakers are building sustainable success rather than mortgaging their future for short-term gains. I believe this supporting cast depth gives the Lakers multiple options for addressing different playoff scenarios, whether they need more shooting, athleticism, defense, or size, depending on specific matchups they encounter during postseason series. All-Star Weekend in Los Angeles represents the perfect platform for showcasing Lakers' excellence while celebrating the franchise's continued cultural relevance and star power on basketball's biggest stage. LeBron's record-setting 22nd consecutive All-Star selection despite missing 18 games this season demonstrates how his individual excellence transcends statistical requirements and speaks to his sustained impact on the league's popularity and global reach. The revolutionary USA versus World format finally addresses years of legitimate criticism about players treating the midseason showcase like a vacation rather than a competitive honor, creating national pride elements and financial incentives that should translate into meaningful basketball rather than the lazy exhibition content that has made recent All-Star games unwatchable for serious basketball fans. The round-robin tournament structure featuring USA stars, USA Stripes, and Team World playing 4 12-minute games with substantial prize money, $125,000 for winners, $50,000 for runners-up, $25,000 for third place, creates legitimate competition rather than the scripted entertainment that has plagued recent iterations of this event. Luka Dončić's expected participation alongside LeBron on USA Stripes, assuming his hamstring strain doesn't prevent his involvement, gives Lakers fans multiple rooting interests throughout the weekend while demonstrating the franchise's continued star power even during challenging regular season stretches. The weekend's festivities spanning 3 days at both the Intuit Dome and surrounding Los Angeles venues represent the 75th NBA All-Star Game returning to NBC after 24 years. Complete with John Tesh's historic live performance of Round Ball Rock inside an arena for the first time ever. The nostalgia factor combined with innovative format changes and competitive elements promises to deliver actual basketball entertainment rather than glorified scrimmaging that has disappointed fans and critics alike in recent years. Jackson Hayes, representing the Lakers in Saturday's slam dunk contest, continues the franchise's rich tradition in that competition while providing another layer of purple and gold presence throughout the weekend's programming. The entertainment lineup featuring Ludacris, Shabuzi, and K-pop group Cortis, alongside over 200 content creators with more than 1 billion collective followers, demonstrates how All-Star Weekend has evolved into a cultural celebration that transcends basketball and becomes a global entertainment phenomenon. The proximity to Crypto.com Arena, with the drive between venues taking less than 30 minutes even in Los Angeles traffic, allows Lakers players and fans to easily participate in festivities while maintaining their home court connection throughout the weekend. I'm convinced this All-Star Weekend will be remembered as a turning point for the event's format and competitive integrity, potentially setting the standard for future iterations while showcasing Los Angeles as the perfect host city for basketball's premier celebration. The Lakers' current 33-21 record heading into the All-Star break positions them 5th in the Western Conference, maintaining playoff positioning despite enduring injury adversity that would have completely derailed lesser franchises and sent their fan bases into panic mode about wasted seasons and organizational incompetence. Their transformation from Tuesday's humiliating loss to the Spurs into Thursday's historic triumph over Dallas perfectly encapsulates everything beautiful and frustrating about supporting this franchise. Just when you think the season might be spiraling beyond repair, the organization delivers moments that remind you why Lakers basketball represents the gold standard of professional sports excellence. The fact that they need to go 17-1 over their remaining games to match last year's 50-win pace seems daunting on paper, but their recent 8-3 record over their last 11 games heading into the break suggests they're building momentum rather than limping toward the finish line. Last season's team was still adjusting to Luka Dončić's presence after the midseason trade and dealing with chemistry issues that have been largely resolved through experience and improved health. This year's roster, while dealing with different challenges, has shown the type of resilience and competitive fire that emerges during successful playoff runs when every possession and every game carries championship implications. The Western Conference playoff race remains incredibly competitive, with the Lakers sitting just 1.5 games behind the third seed and 8 games behind the conference-leading Oklahoma City Thunder. Their remaining schedule includes several winnable games that could propel them into a higher seed with home court advantage for the first round, particularly if they can maintain their current level of health and execution after the All-Star break. The development of their bench depth and the return of key players from injuries gives them multiple lineup options for addressing different playoff matchups, whether they need more size against teams like Denver, more athleticism against Oklahoma City, or more shooting against defensive-minded opponents. I believe this team's championship ceiling remains higher than their regular season record suggests, particularly if LeBron continues performing at this historic level, while Luka returns fully healthy and the supporting cast maintains their current trajectory of improvement and consistency. Their experience in high-pressure situations combined with J.J. Redick's coaching adjustments and the organization's championship culture positions them as a dangerous playoff opponent regardless of their final seeding when the postseason begins in April. The broader context of this Lakers resurgence heading into the break demonstrates why supporting this franchise remains the most emotionally rewarding and culturally significant experience in professional basketball, where individual excellence combines with organizational greatness to create moments that transcend the sport itself and become part of American cultural history. Tonight's victory, LeBron's record-breaking achievement, the team's depth development, and their positioning for a meaningful playoff run represent exactly why Lakers fans endure the emotional roller coaster of supporting a championship-caliber organization that demands excellence while creating memories that last far beyond any single season or individual performance.